Welcome back to part number 7 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as Epirus. We have been allied with Rome essentially since the second episode for most of the game. We just conquered Triballia here. Haven't done anything at all with it. Maybe juiced our commercial income slightly, have a little bit more slave income, etc. These guys will demote. I want to get them to cities or something. Over here we have no flankers for our army. At some point it would be nice to have them. We have steppe horses available, I believe. Getia has this problematic food-challenged province with 3 cities, but it does have steppe horse. If we were to war with Getia, we could probably cross this connection there. It's the only way really to get at him. But I believe that we can file a claim and perhaps look into that at some point. We can hire a mercenary navy or 2 or some such. Who is he affiliated with? It doesn't seem anyone. So we could probably take him with 2 mercs armies and 1 merc navy to make our way across there. Once we're into Getia, it's done. He won't be able to cross this river unless, of course, he has access here. Anyway, I don't think it's a problem. We'll assault, siege Getia out of existence in short order once we actually cross this river and get the ball rolling. Leaving these guys still sort of like there, but that's just a massive load of aggressive expansion that just I don't need to have right now. There's no point. We have essentially all of our cities here are already filled, and I can't really afford the aqueducts to increase their capacity. Much of the cities are here. There's 3 cities here in this province already, and as the pops promote, they'll eat ever more food. It's a singular city here, just barely holding its own for food. This, our capital province, this one has 1, 2 cities. We'll probably build another perhaps here or whatnot, but more to the point that there's no way we can house, these pops here. What goes on with Rome? Our alliance is as strong as ever. A positive 189 opinion. The was aiding now is higher than the dishonored alliance, which is fading slowly but surely. We have improved relations. He is sending quite the group or cohort number up to deal with this barb. He's sent all of these guys are conscripts or levies. There's another levy here, 21,000, 35,000. 9,000, 5,000, another levy, 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 and levy. So he has integrated more than a few cultures. He's got some chariots in his Italian legion. I say more power to him. And that's about where we stand here. We probably don't need this merc at this point. We'll disband him. Let's see what that does to our commercial income here. We've done it up to 72. We need to build aqueducts and get these promotional activities going sooner than later, really. And once this siege falls, hopefully he'll be able to peace out, and maybe he cedes us Benito, who knows. The rascal's not done it. Well, at least we don't border him. Actually, we do now, yeah. Here. Oh, wow. I don't think we have a claim here. We don't want one either, as Rome will take it, and then we'll have a claim against him, and it will interfere with our relations. So I'm just going to continue to build out and carry on. I took a look here and see his claim activities. It looks like he has a claim on us. I'm not really sure exactly where it is. I'm assuming perhaps it's here. Well, we don't have a claim on him, and that's all that really matters. We'll be happy with that. Alright, finally broke down. I'm going to build some roads around this area. I'm tired of traipsing back, and I'm not tired. It just takes forever. We need to get some access over across these our vast terrain now. So we can build a road, and we may as well start along this direction here. We'll head down to our capital. Head back up, say here. Go there. Here. We'll head here. Is this the quickest way? Well, whatever the case is, that's where it's going to get built. We'll go here, here, there, and then we'll figure out what happens. Our research rate is finally pegged at 200. It's good for us. We'll have more soon. And what will we get? Let's see. Wages is good. Export value 10% is excellent. Another import route, and then we get monthly wages 10% as well as the threshold for civil war, meaning we can run a higher tyranny and generate some slave income or output that way, as well as a AE burn. Looks like we got a gathering of animals event here. Roman power 30% and pop happiness 5%. That should make quite a difference here. It's back in the green there. It's a call to arms. Egypt and the various sorts. We'll take Carthage as well. Whatever the case. Alright, well, there was essentially no question as to whether we could accept that call. We have to accept the call after what we just saw at the beginning of the episode. I think he has hundreds, about 125,000 troops mulling about, and there's no way we can cope with it if he chose to attack us. At least at this point, our legions are coming up, but they're not anywhere near to. And mercs or no mercs, we would get worked over badly, surely, as he has integrated a great many cultures. So we're now at war with Carthage as well as Egypt. The good news is they're here, and we're here behind Rome. So Egypt has been kicked out of this area here by Macedon. It looks as though someone is he's done here as well, essentially. So as to whether there's any consequences from our acceptance of that call, they could come, I suppose, land in Greece or whatnot. The good news is we make a great income, and we can hire these fat stacks here as needed. There's more here, so I'm not worried about it. There's some madness going on here over in Getia, where I had sort of wanted to declare a war. I have this taxes hedged in between. I see. In between both fronts, the potential Carthage-Egypt front and then the would-be Getian front, both of which are, this one is involved. So I'm going to file a claim. I just did up here in Bohemia, and see what happens. There's been some back and forth here, but the Romans look to be winning the day with numbers. This was occupied at some point. So this guy is just building a road there. It's a no engineer. This is bad news for the Roman. And then there's a defensive war we got called into here as well. It looks as though Rome has that handled as well. And what's left of Thrace here? I think this is really all that's left of him here. He has there's something here as well. There's not, though. There is, yeah. Thrace. And then Pergamon is associated with him as well. But I was thinking we could relieve him of these cities here and then move some of our pops from our newly conquered territory here in Triballia to this coastal area. I think much can be said the same of this Getian. We could move them in here. So I'm going to file this claim immediately. I was worried about being boxed out of colonization activities here. I sort of still am. I gave it a bit more thought and found that this territory is below 33, meaning that even if I were to colonize something here, I couldn't go through up to this area and colonize here because you can't move pops about in a province that's less than 33% loyal. Here is much the same. It's a 23. So, and here is completely disloyal. So really the only out that I have left could colonize that, and then we'd be stuck here, is our colony that we got from that mission, or tradition actually. And it's bleeding loyalty at present. The colonization activity is presently presently actionable here, say. And I'm going to finish this colonization out here and there, this province, and then go here to establish a new tick at 100% loyalty. So I'm going to do all that. I'll be back. Another innovation has it. We're going to take the export value and juice our commercial incomes. Let's see, 64 presently spikes to 67's better. I have this guy stationed over here. The Gedians have peaced out with these combatants here. They're still at war with a revolting province of theirs, Olbia. They should win, one would think, but who knows, really. I want to wait to declare on them so I can take Olbia at the same time. I wonder, really. Yeah. Although, really, there's no time like the present, really, and the present is now. And we could declare war here and just get the ball rolling right along. Let's do it. Let's do that right now. We're going to proceed to our war goal, which is here. I'm going to hire a merc or two. Why should I hire more than one merc? This guy, I have him going up in that direction. We should win handily. I've taken our war goal here. We're going to head to his capital, siege it down. We have a bountiful harvest event. I'll take the money. Then quietly vacating the pops from these distal provinces here. This one is still bleeding loyalty at 0.14. It will blow at some point, and then it'll stop our ability to move pops from one side of this long province here to the other. So I'm going to move these pops out of this province here and then here to these various cities, and then hopefully they end up in the capital province at some point. We can put them to work in the cities or farms and such. Moving forward with our siege group here with 4 engineers, and this merc is going to back him up right here. And bring this merc on board here. Maybe get him ready for an assault. I'm going to grab this merc as well. Bring him back and de-exile him right here. Speaking of assault, let's get on with it here. Boom. Alright, so we can move... what is that? Olbia. The crazed Olbians. I wonder if I should file a claim against Olbia. Just because. Who knows, really. So it looks as though this area is going to be claimed by the dreaded Olbians, maybe. So if we go here, we can go and claim that area. We'll claim that as well. And then these guys, who knows what they'll do. Maybe we can claim this. We can't because it's adjacent, not adjacent to the sea, perhaps. I forget if you can claim inland next to a major river. I don't think you can, but who knows, really. He's hired a merc, try to take back his capital there. I was trying to wind up this war. I think we'll assault this fort. Let's do that right now. Let's see what happens right here. Have a martial advance. We've lost this. Well, I think that's our advance is going to be able to get us the final wages for characters as well as a civil war threshold for us. Let's see what happens here. We've done it. We can get this merc to occupy that, and we'll get our taxes back to civilization, as it were. We stack wipe that guy. I think the Gedians have just driven this guy from that siege there. That's good news for us and bad news for Gedia. What goes on with our other war with the Romans? Nothing, it wouldn't seem. Let's see how the Roman is doing. It's a -7 for him. Where are you going? Looks as though he's headed somewhere. Do we know where exactly? Mare Ionium. I'm gonna find out here which way this guy's going. He's headed our way, I see. Perhaps we'll stand down this merc here. And, Well, we'll see. We'll still follow that guy's goings on and doings and such. It's a crushing morale defeat for the Gedians. He just doesn't have the tech for it. I don't know why he won't peace out with Olbia. You'd think that he would want to. Who knows, really? We're going to assault this fort here immediately. Assault this as well. Where is this guy now? Uh-oh. He's disappeared now. That's not good news for us. Boom! We've done it. Let's, maybe we'll have our taxes here, mull about here, and we'll let this merc go. Maybe we need another merc to react. Let's see if we can get this siege down. We've done it. And we'll roll. He's taken Olbia back. That's a good news for us. Good news indeed. Let's proceed with great haste to the Olbian capital with our siege group. We'll take that as well. And that really should, I think, about do it for this guy. We'll take the lot, meaning that we'll be able to have some flankers for our army finally. We'll have these steppe horses. And we'll have this terrain here, city-heavy province of Olbia as well. It looks as though we are late to the party here for this engagement here with Carthage. The good news is we I see. That's the guy that we want to hire because he's a 12 marshal as opposed to... Yeah. What do you have? A chariot man, I see. Chariots of fire, no doubt. Let's see what it goes on. We'll have... I see 4. Well, who knows? He seems to sort of be just sort of roaming around. Maybe we'll try it. We'll try it. Let's get the heck out of this area immediately. And we'll hire this guy as well. And get him reorganizing. It's even more brutal than I thought. The rascal is headed for our capital. He was after this city. It looks like he's on sort of walkabout detail. Sort of nuisance detail, it would seem, almost. Doesn't really want to siege this fine city here. Well, whatever the case, it gives us some time to carry on with our activities here. Let's see, this guy here. What drives this guy here? He's going to this area. And we'll take him down. This guy seems to be headed for parts unknown, really. If he doesn't stop at periods, who knows what drives him. If he wants to ravage these areas, I say, have at it. We've caught some of these tribal cohorts out with our beat down. They're beat down, we're beat down, but we have the morale, I believe, in the martial skill as well. We should win this handily. It's over for him. This siege is going well enough. And this guy here has gone off the grid. What drives him, where he's going, there's no knowing any of it, really. We've won the siege of Olbia. We can head back in this direction immediately. And I believe after we take this province here, we can probably peace out with them. Maybe just leave this or not. We also finally caught this Carthaginian army out. We'll go and reinforce that effort. Let's see what we can do here relative to our war. Peace agreement. It looks as though we can have everything except that. Do we even want that, really? Well, why not try at least? I think this Carthaginian army here is about to be stack wiped. We've got this guy here as well. Unfortunately, in the interest of just having this war close out in a timely manner, this is our war goal. It's a 1K group. We could wait But do I care whether Getia survives with one territory or not? Not really, no. I don't. Not in the least. Let's go ahead here and close this war out. We'll take this area over. We have quite a few cities here in Olbia. Has he built any others? It would seem not a one. We have 40 AE. I believe we'll probably want to take out Thrace next so we can condense some of these pops into these coastal cities. Alright, I deleted the forts and have found an Egyptian army here about to siege down our capital. I think maybe we can stack wipe this Carthaginian army. Let's head down here and see about, as this area is pretty far out there, I'm going to break down, I think, and build some theaters in the interest of maintaining loyalty. Probably for the best, really. Maybe, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll not do it. This area is way out there, and there are a lot of, yeah, maybe we'll just build like one theater in whatever is the most advantageous in Tyros there. We can't build one. Well, we'll try. We'll build one, and then we'll consolidate the various pops into that area from around the countryside. I'm pretty sure there are some Hellenics. As they convert and such, will actually, that's all there is. Well, leave that alone and see how it pans out. That's what we'll do. I have the taxes headed down here for the upcoming war with Thrace. Still have as yet to build a navy, and happily so. I'm going to import a steppe horse from our holdings here, and they'll round out our legion perhaps with some flankers finally. We'll see how this plays out. I'm not really worried about it. We stack wipe that Carthage army. Let's head down to the capital here. It's on now. It looks as though the rascal is exiled here. The first levy, he's stuck there, and it looks like the Roman has peaced out with Carthage and Egypt after. It doesn't really look like he got much of. Oh, he did get. He took Sardinia, what's left of it, Carthage holdings there. So good for us. We're all done. I'm gonna mull about here. Let's let these mercs go and build stuff. I had something of a misclick in my colonial activities here. I should have colonized this from here because I only have 5 mobile primary culture pops, so I had to wait for one of these Albocensians to demote. Maybe we'll move this Albocensian fellow right here, or better yet here, out of this provenance here. Guyana there, let's see, this one. So that should give us a colonization because we're now the majority religion and culture, and we can then move here. Let's see, there are 6 pops there, but we only have really 5 primary culture. There are no slaves, so if we colonize that, we'll be stuck again. No, we won't. This one? 6 there. We want to colonize this. Actually, there are quite a few pops about in this area here. We need more primary culture pops than we have. We only have the 5. Let's see if any more are available. It looks like there are some here. And that gives us what now? 8. So I think we've... I see, one of them is promoted. Okay, well, somehow we have a citizen there, even though we can't really promote. Whatever the case is, I'm going to carry on and colonize this area here, and then maybe head up in this direction. It looks more friendly, less pops. If we were to take this, for instance, I'd need at least 7 or something like that primary pops. Actually, we could do it. because these slaves can be moved out. I'm going to do that. We'll go right here. I colonized up through this province here. They're reasonably loyal. This one has, so far as I can tell, no primary culture pops at all. But it is only going down by 0.04 per, because we have quite a few loyalty bonuses from our relatively high tech levels. So, in the interest of carrying on selling goods and demoting these guys and such, moving them about as needed, I'm going to go ahead and colonize more. I'm Endure here, and we may as well colonize this long province, and then we theoretically, well, not theoretically, we will have connected the two halves of our holdings here. Well, there it is. I'm going to keep some money in the bank. We've connected these here so we don't have to traipse through the wilderness and burn through our food should the need arise to carry on over this aspect of the board. Let's see our money. 77 per, that's good. About topped out on military traditions, or military experience, so we're going to take light cavalry morale, even though we have zero need for it. Theoretically, we are getting to the point where we could maybe Iranian, Bactrian, Scythian, Aramaic. How many would we need? 179 pops. They're probably doable. They're probably a fair number of said pops around in this area. Theoretically, at least. Scythian. There's probably quite a few Scythians about. I think I'll build a city on the salt. I think it's good for population capacity. I've never really utilized it so much, but I'm pretty sure there will be a huge capacity influx for this city in Kisa. I'm going to try to, along those lines, I'm going to try to build some aqueducts in the capital here. Maybe a couple, and draw them, the pops from various coastal territories. That should work as well. As now we have a fair number, and it's already has quite an influx of pops here, I believe, from just the migration activities. And I think these are higher order pops, so we won't have to promote them from slaves and such. Theoretically, the same could be said of east. This area here, if I were to build aqueducts, which I have let's build one there as well. Then we'll maybe build a holy site or something to draw even more comers to these two areas. Looks like the Bosporans and Armenians are going at it. At some point I really should break down and build a navy. We could go down here and conquer these. I see. These various territories that belong to Peri Majors. Looks as though there's something going on. I don't think Harlequinasis is a subject any longer, nor is the Antigonid revolt or whatever. We'll not worry about that just right now. We'll probably try to make it down by land, if at all. But if we do build a navy, it'd be nice to take over these two wonders. Check the time. We're about half an hour in or thereabouts. I've just been moving pops about, shuffling into cities and out. This guy's on road building detail. I have him set for some time into the future. He's going to build a road across that road or alleyway there. What do we have here going on in our capital? Those aqueducts are going up, as mentioned. I've moved some pops to fill out these various cities. Our ratios are still, there are more slaves about than we really like. They'll promote up at some point, though, and get our citizens and nobles really humming along as our legion count continues to rise. These legacy cities over here, the ratios are wonky because I've been moving pops in from Macedon proper. So I emptied these two and put them in these cities. A couple of moves here as well. Various moves from like the wilderness here into, there's a city here, I think, and one here. So rather than move these primary culture pops all the way from wherever they were, like here down to here, there's no need for them here any longer because we've had the cultural assimilation policy running for so long that area is essentially all primary. Some of these areas are going to revolt. This area just dipped down below so I can no longer move. This one is just is problematic. This one is going to revolt, I believe, at some point. These provinces here are bleeding ever so slightly. They'll convert, assimilate, and whatnot. I'll find them homes and cities at some point. This is just bleeding slightly. Here we have, well, I think this is going to need a theater. I'm probably going to build one in all three of these cities to, if for no other reason, to negate the negative tick. One in Olbia as well. I think we have one there. And anyway, they'll convert at some point as well. That's essentially, I think, about the size of it. I was able to create these some flanking units here for this army. And when this AE burns down, I've been smearing reputations and such to keep it reasonable. I want to get it a little higher, perhaps the tyranny. We'll declare war on this lot here. Thrace, we have the claim, and we'll trigger his friends here. These guys are not, so far as I know, tributaries or vassals of Thrace, so they should be readily annexable for a little war score. Can probably take this whole coast. We had a fleet. We could take Pergamon. Do we care? Not really. Not really. We're fine the way it is, and I don't want to build a fleet just for this area here to be surrounded by Macedon. Our levy situation, I have no integrated cultures, so as you'll note, Greece is we started in this province, is the only reason we have 8 available. The rest essentially have no legions or levies available, but there are quite a few of them, really. And I think that about does it. I hope to see you in the next episode. Oh, let's check Rome here. Let's see. I just dropped a improved relations. We've been allied with Rome since the 2nd episode. We have a plus 98. Was aiding bonus. He keeps calling us in. And we dishonored an alliance with him because of some a Macedonian maneuver we did. We dishonored the alliance. We attacked Macedon, and then we re-allied with him after we declared war on Macedon. It worked out very well because we had a lot of bonuses, and I've been keeping up with the relations with him. So, and that's the size of it. Rome is happily our neighbor, it would seem, and we are happily his. I hope to see you in the next episode.